Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me tonight. So you're here for my weigh-in update, which is a little bit later than usual. It's just been one of those days, but never mind, I'm here now. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Jo and I'm obviously a Slimming World member. I go to group. I absolutely love going to group from all the support I get there. And yeah, I'm a mum of two. I've got two teenagers. I've got my daughter that's 16, my son that's 14, and I live with them and my husband Neil and our little dog Daisy. So I'm on the last part of my journey now. A few more pounds to go to get to my target weight, hopefully. So if you have been watching my daily vlogs, you'll know that our household has suffered with this terrible bug. I say our household, actually my daughter has escaped it, which is, I just find it very bizarre that she has escaped it. It's great that she has, but considering how contagious it is and she has escaped it is just wonderful. I can't, I don't know, it just seems very strange. But anyway, I'm glad she did. But the bug affected me differently to my husband and my son. So I know it's going to be a little bit TMI, but I had the diarrhea part of it. And yeah, it was horrendous, horrendous. So I think it was Saturday night was my last movement, if you know what I mean. I think it was Saturday night. And I took some Imodium to stop it and it worked, but it's worked a bit too well, I think, because I haven't been able to go to the toilet since. So yeah, and I've been really bloated and quite uncomfortable the last couple of days. But anyway, but food wise, I've had a really good week. I've just thoroughly enjoyed everything I've eaten, and I've had some different things this week. I'm trying to think back on how my week has gone, and I'm upstairs and my book is downstairs. So, but when you've been watching my daily vlogs, you'll know I have had a good week. Obviously, I did lose my appetite the time over the couple of days when I wasn't feeling very well. And then even till yesterday, I wasn't fancying, like much to eat. But yeah, so anyway, I went to group today and done my usual duties of looking after the little baby. It's getting a weekly thing now, and oh, she's so cute. Anyway, yeah, really enjoyed group today. It was very busy again and a really, really good group. I do enjoy going. So I wasn't sure what to expect. Now, last week I lost 2.5 and I got my half a stone award last week. So I was really hoping that this week I would at least lose a pound. And obviously, because I hadn't been very well, I thought that maybe that would, make it that I had lost more. So when I stood on the scales and I had the result of a maintain, I was a little bit like shocked, because although I say shocked because yes, I thought it'd be more because of me not being very well and losing my appetite, but as I said, I haven't been to the toilet and my tummy, oh my God, last night it was like a brick. It's so hard. And on top of that as well, I know even more TMI, I started my period. Now, if you have been following me for a while, you'll know that I had the coil fitted because I was suffering with such extreme periods, as in, like flooding, and they were coming so regular. Anyway, it was just getting out of control. So I had to go down the road of having the coil fitted, and I've just checked up with the doctors now how long it's been, and in March will be my 6 months. Well, apparently it can take up to 6 months for it to settle. And it certainly hasn't settled for me because, I mean, there are other times that I'm having these periods, and it's not something that I tell you every time because obviously you don't need to know. But yeah, so on top of my bloated tummy from not going to the toilet, I've now also got this. So to stay the same is actually okay because the way my tummy feels right now, it feels like I'm pregnant. It's so bloated. So yeah, staying the same, even though I've had a really good week and I avoided Amber's lovely bakes that she made until today, that is. I avoided that and it's like, oh my God, and I've stayed the same. But on another note, I know some people that I follow on YouTube, when they have their period, they can gain like 2, 3, 4 pounds. So at least I haven't done that. And I truly think that if I had been to the toilet, then it wouldn't have been maintained. I truly think I would have had a loss. So hopefully that loss will show next week. Because, I'm going to do exactly the same again next week. And yeah, fingers crossed it will show next week for me. So yeah, that is it really. And I feel, like I feel quite uncomfortable, so I know I'm bloated. I really do know I'm bloated and carrying fluid or whatever. So I don't know. Somebody said to me at group today to buy some Senokot. So, but after you've had a bug, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to make it so that I've got it back extreme, but you don't want to go too many days with not going. So yeah, I have to think about doing something. I mean, it's not that I'm not I eat enough fruit, and somebody at group said to have some prunes, but oh no, I can't eat prunes. That is not my cup of tea. I say that to the kids, not my cup of tea. And it's like, why is it a cup of tea? Why isn't it a cup of coffee? And I don't know. Why do we say, is it a Welsh thing saying my cup of tea? I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah, so I'll just carry on, plod on again and see where I'll go. Now, I've got 6 weeks left of my countdown and I've got £6.5 to go to lose. So obviously that's like £1 a week. Well, just I need £1.50 1 week probably, and then £1 for every week. Am I going to be able to achieve it? Well, if I have these stay the same weeks, then no, I'm not. But I don't want to buy another countdown. I know I can buy weekly ones, obviously, but my aim is to get there now before this countdown finishes. So any tips on how to get this last £6.5 off, please? I just need, I don't know, to speed it up more. I mean, I was over the moon last week with my £2.5 weight loss, and I'd love that again next week. Obviously, if I could lose £2.5, £3, then I'm going to do it in the 6 weeks, aren't I? But how do I get a bigger weight loss? I don't know. I know put more speed, which I think I did do that last week actually. Whether that was the whole thing of me losing the £2.5, I don't know. I drink plenty of fluid, so I don't need that. I know she was saying at group today, the consultant, about how some people are struggling to lose weight, and then when they actually look at their diet, their the way they follow the plan, they've actually said, oh, well, hang on a minute, I'm not weighing and measuring my Healthy Extras. Well, I measure my Healthy Extra A milk every single morning. Some evenings I do it in the evening and it's ready for the morning. But like, no matter whether I do it in the evening or morning, I do it every single day because I've got the bottle with the measurements on, and I do that every single day. I have 350 mils of skim milk. If I have overnight oats or whatever cereal, I always weigh it. I never ever estimate it. If I have bread, which if I do, it's usually, well, it is always the Neville's bread, so you'll have 2 of those if you have the extra big. If I was to have one of the bagels. I know exactly which bagel I can have from now with the extra B. So there's absolutely no guesstimating for my A's and B's, definitely not. So, you know, I can't say that that's where I'm failing. So I don't know, but if you have any tips, ideas for me, any of you that are following SimAward that can help me boost this last £6.5 up, because I know it comes slower at the end, but when you want it, you know, well, when I want it now, not in 6 weeks time. I want it now. And I know the hardest part then obviously is going to be maintaining, which, I mean, that just seems so exciting to me to get to that point where I can maintain. And you know what? I gotta tell you this, because it's so annoying to me. I hear people, I'm not going to mention anyone that I've heard this from or whatever, or who I've watched or whatever, but people are slagging off SimmerWorld, saying about Target members how they don't, what am I trying to say? How they don't support them once they get to Target, which I actually think is a load of rubbish, because maybe some consultants are different, I don't know, but my consultant, do you know, when we're having image therapy and she's going around everyone to see what they've done, we do this thing now where, like, she splits the room in half, and then like that half is one team and that half is another team. And then so if you've lost £1, that team gets 100 points. Now if you're a Target member, you get 500 points. If you are Slimmer of the Week, I think you get an extra 100 points. So being a Target member, she's giving you 500 points. So that's obviously, you know, an incentive if you're a Target member to keep being a Target member. So you're giving your side 500 points. Do you see what I mean? Like, you know, she could just say, oh, well, you're a Target member, you'll have extra 50 points. But so how is that not supporting Target members? And she always does, you know, she claps all the Target members and everything. So to say that they don't support them, I just think is a load of rubbish. And I think it's so wrong how SimmerWorld is getting slagged off for different things. But anyway, I'm not going off on one, because that'll be it. When, you know, once you start, then. But yeah, I just think it's so wrong, and I know that my group definitely do get the support when they're at Target. So anyway, so my week this week has been a maintain, and I am a little bit disappointed, but on the other hand, my tummy is telling me anyway that I'm very, very bloated. So hopefully it will show next week. But if you have any tips to speed it up for me, I would really, really appreciate if you left a comment. Yeah, and here's to another week where I'll be following it as I do, and hoping that next week will show that this week has been a good week, and it will show next week. Fingers crossed. I don't think I have anything getting in the way this week. I'm pretty sure I haven't. So, yeah, there shouldn't be any problems. I've enjoyed some of Amber's cake today. So if you tune in tomorrow for my What I Eat in a Day tomorrow, I will then tell you what my week ahead is going to be, because obviously I am over sins today. But I know what I'm going to do for the week ahead to sort that out. So hopefully you'll join me tomorrow, and I'll chat to you then. So thank you so much for watching this, and if you could like it, please, I would really appreciate it. And as I said, any comments, any suggestions, just leave me a comment down below and I'll get back to you. So thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.